As this is just a trial for this upcoming series, today we have gone to a monthly format, and it is the turn of the AI to go first. So let's get straight in, let's see how they got on, and then find out how I respond to how they did in September. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Machine vs. Man, the series in which we will play two parallel saves managing West Ham. One played by the AI and the other played by me. And we will move through this series month by month, and we will compare how the two get on and who will come out on top at the end of the season, the AI managers or me, the human manager. We're about to find out. We have changed the format slightly, and we are now going to go through this month by month rather than game by game. And the fixtures are slightly different for both teams this month as a result of the cup draws. And let's have a look at how the AI fixtures have turned out as a result of those cup draws. Well, in the Carabao Cup, they have been drawn away at Liverpool. How sad for the AI managers, but you never know what's going to happen when you leave this game to the AI. In the Champions League, it didn't get much better either. They've been drawn in a group with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain and Club Bruges. A very, very tough group to be in, and I'm expecting no progress to the knockout rounds and to see the AI managers in the Europa League in the new year. Compare that to the draws that we've had. And as you can see in the Carabao Cup, it was much kinder to us, and we've been given Championship Nottingham Forest at home. Not much better though in the Champions League. We've been drawn in a group with Inter Milan, Club Bruges, which is the common club in the groups, and also Dortmund. So I'm not particularly optimistic about West Ham's chances of reaching the last 16 either. And I think we are probably going to find ourselves like the assistant manager in the Europa League competition come the new year, once the groups are over. But that aside, we will also this month be playing in the league against Bournemouth, Arsenal and Leicester. And so we will be able to see how the teams have fared at the end of those games at the end of September. Injuries, of course, will be different, and we do need to keep an eye on the injuries. And we have two current injuries. We have Thomas Souček out. He's quite an important player for us, and he's going to be out for about another week, so it's not really that big a deal. But the big deal is Nikola Vlasic. He's going to be out for up to about 5 weeks with a twisted ankle, and so that doesn't bode well for the coming month. The AI injuries, well, they just have one player out, and that is Pablo Fornals. He has a sprained ankle ligament injury, and he's likely to be out for another 2 weeks. So in terms of injuries, the AI is faring slightly better than us, but we are obviously doing much better in terms of the cup draws, although the Champions League draws are very difficult for both teams. I think we might have a slight edge over Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, but Liverpool in the Carabao Cup is a very tough draw for the AI manager. The league games, of course, will be the same, and we are going to start with the AI manager today. So we're going to go away now, and we're going to let the AI manager play, and we'll be right back to show you how he's got on. Okay, so welcome back, and let's go and find out now how he actually got on. And to be fair, I actually feel quite impressed. He has done a very, very good job. And against Bournemouth away, he had a 1-0 victory. And then he followed that up with a 1-0 defeat away at Real Madrid. Must have been a very, very good game. And he did very, very well just to lose by a 1-0. Followed that up by, I think, the most impressive result of all, a 1-1 draw at home to Arsenal. And then they did exceptionally well against Liverpool, drawing 0-0, but losing on penalties in the EFL Cup third round. And finally, they've gone and beaten Leicester by 2-1. And what that means is they have taken 7 points in the league from 9. And in the league now, they are sitting in 5th place. They have 13 points. And it's amazing, Leeds are sitting on top. They have played 6 and won 6. And nobody can match that. But in terms of the AI's West Ham, they are sitting very nicely in 5th place. And unfortunately in the Carabao Cup they have been knocked out by Liverpool, and I really don't think that they've got any chance of getting through to the round of 16, which is the minimum that the board are setting. I think we're in a similar position ourselves, and I think that run of form is going to be very, very difficult to match. We could beat Leicester easily, beat Bournemouth easily, but it's these games here. Arsenal will be very, very tricky, and I think in our Champions League game we have Milan, and that is going to be very tricky indeed. To get anything out of the Arsenal game will be good, and we're going to have to be on our game. I'm going to have to set these teams up very, very well. I am absolutely shocked by how well he has done. And in terms of best performers, the best performer in the team at the moment is Declan Rice, who is currently suspended, so that is unfortunate for the AI manager. In terms of goals scored, it is Said Benrahma has 3 goals, Scamacca has 3 goals, and Jared Bowen has 3 goals, and so evenly spread throughout the team. Top assists belongs to Declan Rice, and he's suspended at the moment. I think they've done extremely well, and now it's time to switch over, and it's time for me to go and play. We will start as the assistant manager did, with a game away at Bournemouth. We'll then play Inter, and we'll play Arsenal at home, and then finish that with a Carabao Cup 3rd round tie against Nottingham Forest at home. I will then show you what I'm going to do for the Leicester game, and then we will watch the highlights of the Leicester game. So I've got some games to play. We'll be back once those games are played. And so we are back, and it hasn't been an easy month of September. However, we did start off with a very good 3-0 victory against Bournemouth, but we went away to Inter, and even though we took the lead and for the first 30 minutes we looked like the better team, they absolutely pummeled us in the end, and there was nothing I could do to stop the steamroller, and we actually lost by 5 goals to 1. And then we played Arsenal at home, and just like the AI, it was 0-0 right up until the death, and in the 94th minute Scamacca managed to grab a late goal, and we won the match and claimed the 3 points, which puts us 2 points ahead of the AI. In the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, we had a very comfortable 3-0 victory at home to Nottingham Forest, and that brings us now to Leicester. And Leicester on the surface don't seem to be much of a team, and looking at the Leicester squad and their current form, this should be a victory on paper at least. We are a stronger team than Leicester, and we should be beating them. But a draw will mean that we are still level on points with the AI, and a win will take us 2 points clear. A defeat at Leicester, the unthinkable, will mean that we go 2 points behind the AI. The AI have stuck to using the 4-3-3. I have stuck to using the 4-2-3-1. I believe that it's a better system for this team than the AI are playing, and I think there's no reason to change that at this time. And the mentality that we're using remains on positive, and I don't see any reason to change that either. I don't know what the AI are doing, and I'm not privy to how he sets his team up as I leave the game before the tactical meeting, go on holiday, and come back the day after the match has finished. So I don't know what he's doing in terms of how he sets up the game before the game and what changes he makes during the game. But I can only set my team up in the way that I want them to, and hopefully that will be good enough today to get the victory against Leicester. In terms of current injuries, we have a clean bill of health, although we do have a couple of players who are yet to return to full fitness. Well, like the AI, our top player is Declan Rice. He has an average rating of 6.5. And in terms of goals scored, Scamacca is, of course, our top goal scorer. He has 6 goals in 6 appearances, and he's doing very well for me up front. Adam Eder has also got 3 goals, mostly playing on the left wing. And the top assists is Declan Rice. He has 5 assists and 1 goal in his 6 appearances. Pablo Fornals has 2, Paqueta has 2, and Emerson has 2 from fullback. So we, I think, are marginally doing better than the AI. I think tactically the 4-2-3-1 suits this team better, but we shall see today how we get on against Leicester. A good win is required to take us in front of the AI. Let's go and prepare for the game. So what we know about Leicester is that there are 3 key players that we need to keep an eye on, and that's Maddison, Vardy and Daka. Those are the 3 very dangerous players that they have. They have a good goalkeeper, they are pretty decent in midfield, they have good ball winner in Ndidi in midfield. They are very good at tackling, although the squad as a whole lack aggression, they lack bravery, they lack a good first touch, they lack technique, they lack good dribbling. So I think we should be pressing them, and I think there's no reason to change what we are doing in any way or shape or form. And we're going to remain playing positive despite the fact that we are away, and we are going to continue to just try to keep the ball, work the ball into the box. In other words, we are going to play a controlled possession game and be patient, trying to create chances. I have asked the players for this game to dribble less, since they are very good at tackling. There's not much point in trying to run past them. I would prefer us to try to pass the ball around them, and so that's really the only minor change that I have made to how we would normally play. In transition, we are going to continue to counter press and counter, and we are going to trigger press it very hard. We're going to get into their face. And there is a possibility that because they will play with a direct counter-attack style, that we may have to step up more at some point during the game. If they start putting these long balls over the top of our defence, we may have to compress the lines in here to stop their midfielders and their central defenders from sending these long balls over. I could do it from the start, but I just want to see how the game turns out first and foremost. And so the team for today is Areola in goal, with Kufal, Zuma, Guehi and Cresswell at the back, Souček and Arnold in midfield, with Fornals, Pasquetta and Bowen behind Scamacca up front. And I feel very optimistic about this game. We are the stronger team on paper, we are in better form, and it will just mean that we have played badly if we don't win this game. I think it's right to start positive and to maintain our positive mentality as we go into this game against an inferior opponent. Let's go and kick some balls. And so we are ahead, I think, at the moment. In the league, the AI are in 5th place. They have 13 points from their 6 games. They are 3rd in their group in the UEFA Champions League, but they still have not won a game. And they are out of the Carabao Cup. They were knocked out by Liverpool. And if we compare that to how we are getting on, we, the human beings, are sitting 2nd in the league. We have 15 points from our 6 games, and that means that we are 2 points clear of how the AI are performing. We had that shock result against Inter where we lost 5-1, which puts us in bottom place in the UEFA Champions League. But it's all square anyway, because neither us or the AI have won a game there. And in the Carabao Cup, we did win our opening match, albeit against Nottingham Forest from the Championship. And we will have a home game in the next round, the 4th round, against Crystal Palace. Should be another victory, I would think, but you just never know. So I would say that we are ahead of the AI at this point in time, at the end of September. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer, then why not? Subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And as this is just a trial, we have tried out different formats now. Have a look at them. Let me know which one you think you prefer. And I will go along when we do the main save of this. I will go along with whichever one you prefer. Also, suggest clubs for me to have a go at and to try this out with in the real one, not in this trial one. And all that remains to be said now is we'll see you in the next video.